Hello YouTubers and welcome to another Doctor Who action figure review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Morbius Creature as seen from the 1976 Doctor Who story, The Brain of Morbius. Now this was a very interesting choice for character options when they released this figure, as in the wave we had the Ice Warrior, this figure, Master from Deadly Assassin, an Earthshock Cyberman, and re-releases of the Vok robot and an Siren Service robot. So this is very interesting because out of all the characters or monsters they could have released, they decided to release this. At first glance I thought this is a bit weird, Morbius Creature, because it's not exactly a monster that you would remember. Obviously it's quite an iconic monster, I guess, but I thought it was unexpected nevertheless, especially like out of the whole wave, because most monsters from it, like especially the four new figures, the Ice Warrior, the three new figures, sorry, the Ice Warrior, the Master, and the Cyberman, they're all iconic, but this is less iconic. However, having got this in hand back in 2010, I was proven wrong, as this figure is actually really good. The detail is very nice. It's got all the fur all over the body. It's actually really good. And on the back we've got more fur here, so it's quite similar to the werewolf action figure, as that had loads of fur on its back and it went all the way to its tail, and you've just got it on each arm as well. And if you see on the back here, there's like scarring. Now I don't remember this in the actual story, but it is quite good, as this is like an monster created by a mad scientist, more or less. So that's really good, and it's a bit darker around here as well, as all around it is a brown colour. So quite good. Nothing else they could have really done with the figure really, and likewise you've got more of this fur like around the chest area and around the bottom of the kneecap area as well. And we've got a few wires as well, which is correct because that is how it looked in the story, and a couple of stitching here as well, which I think is where all the heart and liver and all that have been taken out and replaced by this brain here. The head is really good. Got these, and I think they're lit up in the story. I can't really remember. And got these here as well, which is quite good. And the glass is like a fish tank, obviously made out of plastic, because if it was made out of glass for real, then it would be a bit worrying. Unfortunately, you may not be able to see a bit that's come off here, which is a real shame, but no one would notice, I guess, if you didn't see this figure ever before. So it's a bit of a shame, but I'm not really that bothered. Inside we have the brain. It's like a dark purpley colour, and it just connects to inside the body, and you've got all the wiring, like the red and the yellow. The wiring, that obviously the wires weren't that big in the story, but I think if they were made small they would just snap off easily, so I suppose it's a good thing. And you've got the sculpting on the metal inside as well. So overall, the sculpting of the figure in general is really good, and especially the head, really good. And the claw is also very good. I like all the detail. You've got all different washes of grey and black, and you've got this here as well. It look like teeth. So really good. One of my favourite things about the figure is the claw. I always pose it with his claw upright, that because it just looks really good. And I think the arm, the human arm, also looks pretty good as well. And they've even like sculpted the bones. You can't really see it well on camera, but in the flesh it looks a lot better. So overall, the detail on this figure is absolutely brilliant. The articulation, the head cannot move because it can't. It shouldn't do. So that's fine. The arm is, well, the left arm is ball jointed, so you can actually pose him like in a variety of poses. And the actual human arm though does not move. The elbow also does move, which is good, and as you can see here, he can do the splits as well, which is very good. As the hips and the thigh area, it's really good, and that moves as well. And we've got even more stitching here as well, I forgot to mention. And the knee can move, but the feet don't, that's fine. And the other arm is also ball jointed, and in addition to that, the actual claw can also move, and it can just open and close. Now this figure in general is quite tall in scale compared to all the other figures, because obviously the figures are 5-inch. This is just a little bit bigger, maybe 5.5 inches. To I think it might just be a tad off scale. I think it may just be. I think it's supposed to be a little bit bigger, but I'm not fussed. That's all right. And because of this, you can put other figures in its arm like so. So just get Matty Boy to just go inside, and you can just strangulate him like that. So it's really good that you can do that, and that the heads of other figures are like in scale to the actual arm, which is really good. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this action figure review of the Morbius Creature from the Brain of Morbius. Join me in my next action figure review, as I shall be taking a look at the Decayed Master from one of my favourite stories, The Deadly Assassin.